everybody, it's Tracy German, Director of Student Support Services, and I'm here for Wellness Wednesday. This week we're talking about routines for children and families. If you're like me, trying to get anything done with children during this time has been wild, and so it's been really important for me to put in some structure and routine to make things go a little smoother. So that's what I'm sharing with you today. We're going to talk about routines. So why are routines important? Well, it takes the guesswork out of things, and realize it or not, that's really helpful for kids. It gives them some predictability, something that they can trust in. And so while they may push back on a schedule or a routine at first, it really does help smooth things out so they know what's coming next. And then also for you, you can figure out when you can get some time for yourself and also create some predictability for you as well. So that's the importance of routines. So what are some examples of routines? Well, routines are anything that you do with regularity, okay? So that can be a daily walk, that can be what time you get up, having your coffee, any kind of thing that you want to see regularly, that is what a routine is. And so how do you build a routine? So routines can be built around goals. They can be built around anything that makes you feel happy, makes you feel joy. And so as you're creating routines for both yourself and for your children, try to keep those things in mind. For instance, with my toddler, we are working on chores and daily routines around those things. He really wants to help mommy and daddy around the house. And so I've leaned in to figure out what things that he's interested in and likes to do, and I've made those some parts of his daily routine. And so examples are, he feeds the dog 2 times a day. It's probably the most our dog has ever eaten, but that's something he really enjoys doing because it involves water. And so I try to find routines around water because I know that he gets a kick out of water. Another example, he waters our plants every day. Again, there's the water thing. So it's teaching him independence, teaching him how to take care of something, and also it's one less thing that you have to do. All right, so what are some other examples? After he eats meals, he cleans up after himself. If he spills something, he wipes things up. So those are kind of simple routines that can really help build some predictability while building independence for children. Other things are working on getting them dressed themselves, having a time frame for which that happens, a time for when breakfast happens. Giving some sort of schedule is also going to be really helpful during this time. The school year is almost over, even though it's distance learning, so there's going to be a lot more free time. And so working with your children now on what that's going to look like is going to be really helpful. Outside time, figuring out what they like and build a routine around that so they can look forward to it. Nap times and quiet times are major. So figuring out when that time is, we like to do it after lunchtime. And so whether he takes a nap or not, it is quiet time. And so he's in his room, he has books, we kind of give him a list of things that he can do if he's not sleeping. And that's kind of what we stick to, and we set boundaries around that. That gives us a break because it's a lot being together 24 hours a day. And so I challenge you to instill some sort of quiet time, even if it's screen time. No judgment here, but something that they can do independently and quietly. And so for the younger kids, if they're not sleeping, it's going to be a shorter amount of time. But if they're older, you can kind of stretch that to an hour to an hour and a half, and that gives you as a parent some time to get some other things done, take a nap, whatever it is, your wildest dreams that you can get done during that time. And so it's not easy in the beginning. We still fight daily over it, but he's starting to get into the habit of it, and that's amazing for everyone. He's great when he's well rested. And so I challenge you to try a routine around quiet time or nap time. age appropriate, of course, but building that into your routines as well. So we've talked chores, we've talked quiet time, bedtime as well, those same things, having some routines so they know that it's time to start winding down. So another thing to consider for routines is putting some physical exercise in there. Wear them out, and it's also healthy for them and it's healthy for us. So try to find some way to get active and get moving throughout the day. Is also a great recommendation for a routine. So those are some tips that have been working for me. I'm hoping that these things will be helpful and meaningful to you and your family. We'll see you next time on Wellness Wednesday.